that washed up real nice. Like, really nice. Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, what I like to do is to create videos that I would have found helpful when I first got out looking for treasure. Things like gold, silver, silverware, jewelry. Today's video is going to be about the contents of this. And this is an eBay package. Now, this one is a real gamble. And I did pay 40 bucks for it, or slightly over 40 bucks for it. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. And in my defense, there is one particular thing that I'm gambling here on, and this is kind of something I usually don't do. I usually like to, and I suggest doing this if you are doing any kind of eBay auction gambling, is only grab things where there's a few different options. In this case, the thing that I didn't like about this is that we're talking about late 80s and early 90s. Now, this is Order of the Eastern Star, and this sort of fraternal, Freemason and so forth stuff is often a very good source of gold. But this goes all the way up to like 2011. And I generally find that the older you go, the better off you are in terms of getting gold. Now, I'm going to pause the video for a second, and I'm going to splice in a shot of the reason I purchased this auction. Now, the big thing there, if you looked close, was that the rubies looked like they were actually set in the stone as opposed to being glued in. Here we have something that's clearly plated. It's a nice bolo, 32nd degree Freemason bolo. But everything else in here I don't think is going to be gold. I think we've got a real nice Freemason lot. We have a good ashtray here. That's pretty cool, actually. Hand painted, left in China. And it's not like it isn't good stuff. And if you're a Mason collector, I'm sure these things are. Why is that clinking? Aha. Let's just make sure we got everything out of here. That's a Shriner pendant. That's actually pretty nice. Now, it's clearly brass, but it's pretty nice. Okay. Enough of that, though. We all want to know, is the ring gold? Fell out. Let's have us a look-see. Now, my hope was that this was gold. And the big thing is you see, we have stones here, and they're set in the ring. They're not just glued in. The surface looked like it was pretty decent gold, but as you saw in the picture, and the only picture, and all of the pictures from the lot will be linked at the end. But as you saw in the picture, I only really saw the front. I didn't get to see any sort of markings on the inside. Let us check markings, shall we? I don't think most of these are necessarily gold. I think some of them are. Do we have what I'm hoping is a 10 karat mark? We have some engraving. What does it say? Well, the nice thing about that engraving, is it upside down? No, it can't be. SJR 036. The nice thing about that engraving is it's not getting down to another metal. So if it is anything, it might be like gold fill. It's probably plate. Is that plate? I think it would probably... it's hard. I was hoping that it would tell us right then and there. Well, is that plate coming off right down in there? grab my pointer. So a big part of my videos is trying to learn to identify things when you're just sort of out in the field. Like that right there, is that just dirt? Maybe. We got some good micro scratching. Maybe. You know, I think I need to wash this. If I were to garage sale and this were like $5, I'd walk off with it. It's got decent heft. It doesn't have like super obvious signs of plate. This might be right here. But it also doesn't say that it is gold. And then one good sign is this engraving seems to go down, but it doesn't expose another base metal. And then, of course, as you can see here, the stones are set. Now, that's not to say that you can't set stones in a ring that isn't karat gold, but I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is we'll look at the rest of this lot here real quick, and then I'm going to give this a scrub, and I'm going to turn on my gem tester. Oh, you know what we can do? And this is a trick if you're out and about. Now, this won't necessarily tell you if you have lab grown. This will be the same test for lab grown or for real rubies. But rubies should glow under a black light. Yeah, see that glow right there? That means that we've got, at least we've got real rubies. We're not looking at glass, we're not looking at garnets, we're looking at real rubies. But that's not to say you can't set real rubies in a fake ring. That certainly happened. Okay. So, another lesson. It's very easy to talk yourself into things and talk things up. And as you can probably hear, the more I examine this, the more I'm thinking maybe we did actually get a gold ring for our $40. All right, let's look at what else is in here. And then I'll wash this up. We'll go acid test it, see what's going on. I don't think anything else in here is actually gold. It's all much more modern stuff. You can see we have, we just have a lot of these modern enamel pins. Again, modern enamel pin. And here we have these stones are glued in. You can see they're not actually even set. So we're not looking at any sort of precious metal there. Nope. And that's generally what happens with this modern Mason stuff. Sometimes it's gold, but most of the time it's just, it's what we're looking at here. It's perfectly serviceable for the purposes that it was made for, but not actually a precious metal. That isn't to say that you might not hang a not precious. Let me grab my magnet. Does that have writing on it? Nope. So that's steel. That's just plated. Okay, so back in you go. We'll have a quick look here. Make sure I didn't miss anything on the auction that I'm thinking might be good. No. So everything else is just going to be potentially collectible, but probably not. This modern stuff is kind of a dime a dozen. All right. Oh, no, we didn't do. We didn't do the most basic test. It passes. So if that were like steel, that were, but I don't like, all right, let's wash this. We know we have real rubies, probably man-made rubies. And we'll just go ahead and we'll get it gold tested and we'll see. Did we succeed? And before we do that, let's see here. Just get an approximate weight. 5.4 grams. 5 grams. So if we did get gold here, we did good. I wonder if there's any... Nope. It's always a good idea to double check boxes. I bought a set of earrings one time, and underneath it was another set of earrings that happened to be diamond. So always double check that. All right, so wish me luck. Let's go out and test this. Okay, so that washed up real nice. Like, really nice. I'm gonna start testing with 14. Maybe it's 10. But we're just gonna start with a 14. And what we're gonna do here is we'll try to be fairly aggressive with it to see if maybe it is plate. And this should get us down to any kind of plate. Yeah, not seeing any signs of plate. Seeing good micro scratching, good shine. We know we have real rubies, even if they're man-made rubies. Good construction. I am getting excited. Let's start with, we're just gonna start with 14 karat acid. And if that goes away, we'll go down to 10. There we go. Is it going away? Yep, I think so. Let's check 10. Give it a minute to cook. So one of the nice things about the acid testing, when you use two different acids, is you can sort of see what's going on. Like if we put 18 on it, it would probably completely go. But man, that is positive for 10 karat. And it's not too surprising there's like a little bit left there for the 14, but we are strong on 10. So, yeah, we did genuinely good with this particular auction. Now, we'll do that in another video. I was just thinking I have do a little preview. I haven't been able to find any jewelry jars lately, but I did find at the haunted thrift shop a jewelry bag. But the reason I'm continuing to talk here is I just want to see what it finishes out at. It is good. Yeah. So with that, and we gave it a real good scratch, and the cleaning up definitely showed us what we got. Now, I will, should we go check to see if that's a diamond? We'll do that. All right, we are back and we are ready to test this. Let's see what it does on the rubies first. Yep, there we go. Excellent. And shall we check to see if this diamond is just that? And it is. So we have a ruby diamond 10 karat ring. So I'll finish out this video. Be sort of a quicker one. I usually like to have a lot more stuff to go through in my videos, but in this case, there's only one thing in that auction. And Again, the reason I bought this was because of how those rubies were set. And at the end here, you'll see all of the pictures from this auction. I wanted to get in here where there was good light, so you could sort of see. You get to see what I saw. And now, the other thing too is, if you buy something like this, most of the time it's not going to be gold, and it's really important to always keep that in mind, that most of your eBay gambling is just that, it's gambling. In this particular case, one of my bad habits, I shall say, is that I will often throw like lower offers on things, and then if they accept that, they accept it. And I think that is what happened on this particular one. But I cannot complain. I am very pleased with the outcome of this particular auction. And I hope that I entertained, but most importantly, I hope that you learned something. And if you did, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and leave a comment, share the video. These are all very helpful things to any little YouTube channel, and I really appreciate everyone who does. Most importantly, when I leave you, I hope that you are able to use something you learned from this video to go out and find yourself some treasure.
Like this, I've been Thomas.